So we need to keep the audience engaged for 2 hours, 10 minutes or whatever. അപ്പോൾ അതിനുള്ള ഒരു കഴിവ് നമ്മൾ കണ്ടെത്തണം in every way. You know, the story, the cast, the photography, the music, everything. So we need to handle that. Mother in real life, you know, I feel that, you know, there is an emotion that we will be able to connect to.
Correct.
So അങ്ങനെയാണ് കജോളിന്റെ അടുത്ത് കണ്ടെത്തിയത്. But you know, it was seen, I got a little worried because I know that it is going to be, you know, quite heartbreaking. അകത്തുനിന്ന് വന്നാലേ അത് ശരിയാവുള്ളൂ എന്ന്. അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ പിടിച്ചു നിർത്തിയിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞു, കജോൾ പ്ലീസ്, POP like Ravi Varman was very specific about colors, because നമ്മുടെ സെറ്റിന്റെ കളർ തൊട്ട് അവിടെയുള്ള പ്രോപ്പർട്ടീസിന്റെ കളേഴ്സും you know, actors-ന്റെ ഓരോ കോസ്റ്റ്യൂമും അതിന്റെ കോർഡിനേഷനും എല്ലാം, you know, those detailing, Ravi is also very, very specific.
Hello, how are you?
Hi Rekha, I am good.
Thank you so much, Chechi, for coming in, and congratulations for the State Award. നമ്മൾ നേരിട്ട് സംസാരിച്ചിട്ടില്ല, ടെക്സ്റ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. Super proud of Bhutakalam and your future Salam Venki.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So I should start with Salam Revathi.
Yeah, Salam.
Yes, Salam. So how was, I think last film was in 2010, right? And now when you...
Yeah, I think the short film in the anthology Kerala Cafe
correct
was around that time, yes.
And then entire process, you were so busy with multiple things, including acting and being active in multiple forums, WCC and everything. But I want to understand from you, how is the growth, or a director growth, 2022, Salam Venki is coming out now. How do you yourself rate learning and the growth as a director?
Rekha, as you know, exposed to cinema all the time, since nearly 39 years now. So, yeah. So, you know, the learning is constant, you know, it just goes on, and so many changes happening, technology, the way storytelling, everything. But I've always felt that the soul of a film remains, because it's very important to connect with the audience, you know, so that has always been something that I've always noticed and tried to understand, you know. So the growth is natural, it's beautiful. Pasha, I've always wanted to direct. So I just took a little longer from my last feature film, which was in 2005. Yeah, Firmilenge. Yes.
So ഒരു ഐഡിയ എങ്ങനെയാണ് എക്സൈറ്റഡ് ആവുക? ഒരു ഐഡിയയിൽ ഒരു സിനിമയിലേക്ക് എത്തുന്ന സമയത്തുള്ള ആ എക്സൈറ്റ്മെന്റ് ഉണ്ടല്ലോ, യെസ് ഇതെന്നെ എനിക്ക് ചെയ്യണം, ഐ നീഡ് ടു ഡു ദിസ്, അതെങ്ങനെ?
Actually, several ideas ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു എൻ്റെ തലയിൽ, but there is this idea. There was this book called The Last Hurrah, okay, written by Shrikant Murthy. It's a very small book. That book reached me around 2007 or 8. ആ ബുക്ക്, ആ കഥ വായിച്ച തൊട്ട് എനിക്ക് ആ കഥ ചെയ്യണമെന്ന് ഒരുപാട് ആഗ്രഹം ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. I tried multiple times, including to make it in Malayalam, but somehow nothing fell into place. അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ അത് ഒരു പ്രൊഡ്യൂസർ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു, kept saying, when I said I don't think, you know, things are working, let us just let it be. പിന്നെ the same book came back to me with another producer in 2018. And then and it's a true story of a boy in Hyderabad. അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ ആ കുട്ടിയുടെ അമ്മേനെ അപ്പൊ തന്നെ കണ്ടിരുന്നു 2007 sometime. അപ്പൊ അവരുടെ പേര് സുജാത ആണ്. So Sujata told me, ma'am, you only have to do it. Up 2018, ഇത് തിരിച്ചു വന്നപ്പോ I called her up. So she said, you have to do it. That's why this has come back to you, ma'am. So, you know, you have to do it. അപ്പൊ പിന്നെ അങ്ങനെ തുടങ്ങിയ ഒരു യാത്ര. In about 3 years' time, we were able to put it all together, and I'm very happy for what it has done.
So when the world was struggling with pandemic, somebody was ideating,
absolutely. Yeah. That was a perfect time to ideate, write, and discover oneself. You know, more than strengths. What are the things you don't want to do?
ഈ വേർഡ് ഐഡിയേറ്റിംഗ് ഉണ്ടല്ലോ ചേച്ചി, ആദ്യമായിട്ട് ഐ റിമെമ്പർ, ഐ തിങ്ക് ഫ്രം ഫിർമിലേക്ക് നമ്മൾ സാധാരണ ഇന്റർവ്യൂ when we did in spaces where Chandrarekha's dance place is there with Sadanand, ആ സമയത്ത് നമ്മൾ കളറിയുടെ in the corner നിന്ന് I was talking to you and you said this word ideating. ഞാൻ ആദ്യമായിട്ട് അന്നാണ് ആ വാക്ക് കേൾക്കുന്നത് എന്റെ ലൈഫിൽ.
Really? Wow.
Idea, yes, ideating. So I remember whenever I use this, your face comes to my mind because I keep ideating, എന്ന് പറയും. ഇത് വെരി കോമൺ ഒരു കോൺവെർസേഷൻ വന്നത്. പക്ഷെ അന്നായിരുന്നു കുറെ കാലം മുമ്പാ. പിന്നെ ഞാൻ ഇവിടെ ഇടയ്ക്കിടയ്ക്ക് ഉപയോഗിക്കും. So, what is your process as a director? ഈ process എന്തായിരിക്കും? Usually, even from Mitra, my friend, or in Firmilenki or Kerala Cafe or right now Salamanki, what is some things which you always do as a director and something just basically come along as in the acquired skill or something?
See, I think ഒരു ഐഡിയ നമ്മുടെ തലയിൽ വരുമ്പോൾ, ഒരു കഥ നമ്മുടെ തലയിൽ വരുമ്പോൾ, it's just that it has to really touch. And it has to remain with me for a while, Then I know that this is something that I want to say, or I can, get into it. Because as an actor, it is different. It is only the character. But as a director, I realize that I have to feel the need to say the story. And I should have at least 2 or 3 visuals in my head, which become practically the soul of that story, And then it starts developing. And since I have not really, honed my abilities to write, I need a writer to sit and work with me. So I always work with a writer in the kuda. I sit and work, and then we see how it is developing, and then it all goes down into the paper.
Okay. So, ഈ ഒരു പ്രോസസ്സിൽ എന്താ പറയാ, നമ്മുടെ ഒരുപാട് ചേഞ്ചസ്. ഇപ്പൊ മലയാളം സിനിമ യു അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡ് എൻറ്റയർ, ഐ തിങ്ക് എല്ലാം ഇപ്പൊ everything is called as pan India, right? So process has changed, audience-ന്റെ pulse change ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടോ? How do you find, or how do you gauge a pulse of an audience ഈ ഒരു ലെവലിൽ? ഇപ്പൊ OTT ഒരു ഭാഗത്ത്, തിയേറ്ററിൽ ഒരു ഭാഗത്ത്, ഷോർട്ട് വെബ് സീരീസ്, everything around you. അപ്പോ how does that help you in this process, and what was the merits and demerits actually?
Actually, as far as I'm concerned, there are no demerits. Everything is merits, because it's a constant change. Like pandoru kalathu oru proverb undu that change is the only constant. I really believe in that truly. And enna samayacholam, yes, now we have multiple platforms. You can watch a movie on a mobile phone. So inginekku ullappo attention span of the people is reducing. Because I think life has also become pretty hectic, much more hectic than before,
Yeah.
So നമ്മുടെ കാലത്ത് ഒരു പടം 300 ദിവസങ്ങൾ ഒരു തിയേറ്ററിൽ ഒരു സ്ക്രീനിൽ ഓടും. ഇപ്പോഴൊക്കെ അത് കേൾക്കാൻ തന്നെ പറ്റില്ല. So so the most important is to find that crux in a story which will hold the audience's interest. Then you feel that you have to develop on that. So we need to keep the audience engaged for 2 hours, 10 minutes or whatever. Appo adinella oru kazhivu nammal kandathanam in every way. The story, the cast, the photography, the music, everything. So we need to handle that. So it's a gamble, because you never know how the audience is going to react, but you're hoping and praying that they'll react well.
Okay, correct. Talking about the cast, Kajolake ettanulla reason endairunnu, and how did she react to the one-liner when you narrated the story?
So Kajol was a very easy choice for us, because one is she's the age that we wanted. It's a 40 plus mother's role. And the thing is, she's extremely vivacious, extremely sensitive, and you don't need anything. You don't need dialogue. Her face is so enigmatic and so expressive. Avada kannu madi. She is able to handle so beautifully, which I found even more fascinating when I was actually working with her and seeing her through the camera. So plus I just felt that this character ഒരുപാട് nuances ഉണ്ട്, and I felt that this somebody who plays this character, if the person is mother in real life, I feel that there is an emotion that we will be able to connect to.
Correct.
So അങ്ങനെയാണ് കജോളിന്റെ അടുത്ത് കണ്ടെത്തിയത്. But it was strange. അവർ എന്റെ കണ്ടോന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു that Revathi, you are saying the story, so I will listen to it, but I don't like to do films where my child is, ill or, sexually abused or things like that, because I can't handle it. ഞാൻ അതൊക്കെ കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് വീട്ടിൽ പോകുമ്പോൾ it will continue to affect me. അപ്പൊ പിന്നെ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു it's okay, you just listen to the script. പക്ഷെ സ്ക്രിപ്റ്റ് കഴിഞ്ഞ ഉടനെ I realized that she's going to take it. Because അവരുടെ, whatever it is, the actor in her, wanted something to challenge her. And me being who I am, I immediately caught that.
Correct.
I just held her and did not let her go.
See, that's what Chechi, she's like a live, dynamite energy, infectious smile. ഭയങ്കര എന്താ പറയാ, ഒരു പാക്കേജ് ആൻഡ് എനർജി ബണ്ടിൽ തന്നെ പറയാം. അപ്പൊ ആ ഒരു ക്യാരക്ടറിന് ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു മദർ ഹാവിങ് എൻ ഇൽ ആ ഒരു ചൈൽഡ്, അപ്പൊ അവർക്ക് കുറച്ച് ഇമോഷൻസ് ഉണ്ടാവണം. സോ how did you both work around that? The energy, because I've seen always, of course, My Name is Khan, where she had the same process of losing a child, and that ഒരു ചന്ദനത്തിരി കത്തിച്ച ഒരു സീൻ ആണ് ബേസിക്കലി ഇപ്പൊ ഉണ്ടായാലും നമ്മുടെ കണ്ണിൽ വെള്ളം വരും. അങ്ങനത്തെ ഒരാളെ ഇതിലേക്ക് എത്തിക്കാൻ, ബൈ റൈറ്റ് നൗ ഷീസ് ഡൂയിങ് ആഡ്സ് ആൻഡ് കളിച്ച് നടക്കുന്ന ഒരാളല്ലേ.
അതാണ് അവരുടെ അടുത്ത് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ ഒരു കാര്യം. കഥയിൽ തന്നെ it's a story that will affect you, because the child is going through DMD, which is called Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Appo it is a degenerative disease, or a genetic issue aanu, and there is no cure for it. So I said namala jaasti, you don't have to be very emotional, extremely angane onnum extreme emotions illa, because we have dealt with it very simple and nice, like in real life how Sujata actually handled Venkatesh in real life. So Kajol understood that. Script മുഴുവനും വായിച്ച ഉടനെ she realized there are certain high points, but it's not constantly emotional. So she was able to, and അവരെ പോലുള്ള ഒരു ആർട്ടിസ്റ്റ് ഉണ്ടല്ലോ, ഒരു പ്രാവശ്യം സ്ക്രിപ്റ്റ് വായിച്ചാൽ she just lets it go. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ക്യാമറയുടെ മുമ്പിൽ വരുമ്പോൾ മാത്രമേ അത് ഒരു ഔട്ട്പോറിംഗ് ഉണ്ടാവുള്ളൂ. She doesn't sit ഒരു method acting, the actor alla.
So settle, she will be the same.
She is the same. She's lively, she's extremely boisterous, and she has a very infectious laughter. അവരുടെ ചിരി ഭയങ്കര ഇൻഫെക്ഷ്യസ് ആണ്. നമ്മൾ തന്നെ സീരിയസ് മൂഡിൽ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അതൊക്കെ പൊട്ടി പോവും. അപ്പൊ അങ്ങനത്തെ ഒരാളാണ് കജോൾ ബേസിക്കലി. അപ്പോ I think only one scene I got a little worried, because I know that it is going to be quite heartbreaking. അകത്തുനിന്ന് വന്നാലേ അത് ശരിയാവുള്ളൂ എന്ന്. അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ പിടിച്ചു നിർത്തിയിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞു, കജോൾ പ്ലീസ് come back to my scene എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട്. But she's like that. She's like she's so fabulous in front of the camera, and I really enjoyed working with her.
We're talking about your cast, and as a director, I was talking to Anjali for Wonder Woman a couple of weeks back. So I asked the same question. As a director, how much you delegate and how much you keep it to yourself in the process of filmmaking?
See, once I cast and I trust that actor totally. I am there only to guide them through what the script requires, because we know the entire film, but the actor is concentrating on that character. Adonda I just guide them, and most of my actors in my film, they're all such fabulous actors with amazing experience. Appo I would just scene thodanganende mumba, we just go through it and understand what is the underlying emotion of that scene. Then they take it forward. Only ഇടയ്ക്ക് നമ്മൾ എന്തെങ്കിലും ജാസ്തി ആയാലോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കുറവായാലോ നമ്മൾ ഒന്ന് ഗൈഡ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് I take them through, because I don't like to do more than that. നമ്മൾ ഒരാളെ കാസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ അവരുടെ ആ കഴിവിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ടല്ല നമ്മൾ കാസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇത് തന്നെ ചെയ്യണം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്ക് ആരെങ്കിലും വേണമെങ്കിലും കാസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാലോ.
But entire process, it's like Anjali was saying, till makeup, hair, including everything, ഞാൻ പോയി നോക്കുന്നു. So do you have that kind of a time for you as a director?
No, that I definitely do. Adakka set aanu, whether it is their costume, whether it is their makeup, whether it's their hair for that particular scene and everything, that is all set. That is part of a job of a director. That is part of a job. Some actors, they know when they read the scene, because normally I do a complete script reading with all the actors.
Yeah.
Appo nammal aa script reading la thanne nammal chala karyangal, I take their suggestions, they have certain things to say and they want to do certain things. If it works, it works. Appo angane ellam ചേർന്നിട്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ പടം ഷൂട്ടിങ്ങിന് പോകുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ already they have it in their head, and some of the kind of actors I had in this film, they did a lot of homework in their head.
Correct.
അപ്പോൾ പിന്നെ so അവരുടെ ഡ്രസ് പോലും it was not very difficult. പിന്നെ I had എന്റെ പടത്തിന് always I prefer to having one look person. എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ ആ costume complete പടത്തിന് there is only one person.
I still remember your Shilpa Shetty's costumes in film. Like, wow, it was awesome, you know. And even when she's coming to meet Salman when he was ill, that scene, costume steps, he's in that college kind of place. Yeah.
Rekha, the thing is, no, it is very important. Nammal oru scene cheyumbo oru padathile the colors are important. What you wear, the way you look, everything is very important. As an actor, I have experienced it, I have done it, and I have seen the difference on screen. So, and plus I had a DOP like Ravi Varman who's very specific about colors, because nammude set inde color thottu avadella properties inde colors actors ne oro costume adinte coordination ellam those detailing Ravi is also very, very specific.
So what was the color of Salam Venki?
Good team.
Yeah. Salam Venki's color endairunnu manasile
Salam Venki's it is basically pastel shades.
Okay.
And
sarees also I saw.
adinte edakki chala colors bright aayittu vannu povum, പക്ഷേ it is basically pastel shades.
Yeah.
Because
when I saw Kajol promoting the film, she was wearing red all the time. So I was thinking about whether anything related to that color in your mind.
Because the title of the film, Salam Venki, the word Venki is in red. So then she decided, Revathi, I'm going to wear reds for promotions. I said, perfect,
Very good.
So she is wearing reds and we are all there, supporting her.
Yes. See, emotion chechi is a very thin line, correct? A thin rope, because it has to be realistic, melodramatic, even between a mother and son or anything for that matter. So how did you bring that balance between Kajol and Venki's character? What was this most easiest for you to bring those and not crossing the line?
Rekha, ആദ്യം നമ്മൾ സ്ക്രിപ്റ്റ് എഴുതുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ we know where do we have to spike and where we have to handle it well. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ എഴുതുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ അങ്ങനെയാണ് എഴുതുന്നത്, because the description that you write in a scene is very important. So I always tell my actors, please read the description. അത് വായിക്കുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ you will understand, because we put a lot of thought while writing that description. So all the departments, including the art department, the sound department, of course Ravi is thorough. So all these departments, I tell them, please read the description, because then I don't have to be talking so much. We can just create within the frame. Appa our description vaayikkumbo thanne they know. And there is one beautiful scene between Kajol and Vishal, where of course he's on the bed and Kajol is there. It is a very subtle emotion at a point in the film. We can go dramatic. Correct. But the way the two of them did it, ഞാൻ ഒന്നും പറഞ്ഞില്ല, നമ്മൾ സീൻ ഒരു പ്രാവശ്യം ഒരിക്കൽ കൂടി വായിച്ചു, പിന്നെ അവിടെ പോയിട്ട് ഒരു ക്യാമറ വെച്ചിട്ട് ഞാൻ ഇങ്ങനെ ക്യാമറയിലൂടെ നോക്കിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുമ്പോൾ I was seeing a dream happen, because the kind of chemistry they created between themselves, it was so beautiful. I was telling Ravi, we don't need to cut it at all. Everything is said so beautifully. But of course, as cinema, I wanted to see Kajol's eyes, I wanted to see Vishal's eyes. So angane nammal chala shots eduthu. But so they were beautiful.
And see, you being a mother, Kajol being a mother of grown-up children, and the relationship between either sahayichittundo, your experiences being in that motherhood, how did you bring in angathoru nuances kondranayitte sahayichittundo Kajolinte bhagathnu?
I think so. Kajol's bhagathu തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും. But
Ah,
see, you don't have to be a mother to do,
to act.
a particular, because I think if you're a good actor, you can bring it out.
Yeah.
But, but I think I made the right choice because there were certain emotions which Kajol, she continued having even after the cut because she connected with her motherhood, the mother inside her, So that I think helped the film Salam Venki a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a question for you. You act in Malayalam films, South Indian, all films, in Hindi films, and you get state award for the regional languages. And you direct only movies from the Indian, English, Hindi, cinema direct. Enda nammada bhashil cinema direct yate.
അത് രേഖ, the thing is when you ഒരു ഡയറക്ട് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ഒരു സ്ക്രിപ്റ്റ് വായിച്ച് അത് നമ്മുടെ ഉള്ളിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ കിടന്ന് ഉരുകണം. സോ അങ്ങനെയുള്ളപ്പോ എനിക്ക് ഐ ആം എ ലിറ്റിൽ റിമൂവ് ഫ്രം മലയാളം ആൻഡ് തമിഴ് അറ്റ്ലീസ്റ്റ് ഐ എം ബെറ്റർ. മലയാളം ഐ റിയലി ഡോണ്ട് റീഡ്. അപ്പൊ അതുകൊണ്ട് ഐ ഡോണ്ട് റീഡ്. സോ അതുകൊണ്ട് പ്ലസ് strangely, Hindi is the first language I learned in my life. Because Achan, Mathuraila irunnu. So that was the time I learned a language, and Hindi was my first language. I'm very comfortable in this language.
അത് ശരിയാണ്. നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ഭാഷ അറിയുന്നോ ആ ഭാഷയിലായിരിക്കും നമുക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ തോന്നുന്നത്.
അതെ.
So how is Mahikutti taking ഈ അമ്മയുടെ എല്ലാ തിരക്കുകളും സിനിമ ഷൂട്ടിങ്ങും പ്രൊമോഷനും? Where is she now? Bombay?
No, she's with my parents in Chennai.
Easy അല്ലേ?
God bless, parents in our lives. They are the most amazing thing where we are able to work, So അതുകൊണ്ട് എൻ്റെ അമ്മയും അച്ഛനും എൻ്റെ അനീത്തി കുട്ടിയും അവരെല്ലാരുമാണ് മഹിയുടെ ഇപ്പോ ഫാമിലി ആയിട്ട്. So of course, Mahi is pretty angry. She's waiting. She says, your film is releasing on 9th of December. So then I will have you with me. I said, yes. But, I think most children, they're very understanding. നമ്മൾ അവരുടെ അടുത്ത് truthfully പറഞ്ഞാൽ മതി. നമ്മൾ ഇങ്ങനെയാണ് ജോലി ചെയ്യുന്ന മോളെ. I think we need to communicate with our children, and this generation kids are fabulous. God bless them.
And after Salam Venki, what is your next plan? Is it going to be acting back to your 39-40 years? So are you continuing that? You have something ഉരുകുന്നുണ്ടോ മനസ്സിൽ ഇപ്പൊ പുതിയ കഥ?
കഥയാണ് ഇപ്പൊ, കഥ മാത്രമേ എന്റെ മനസ്സിലുള്ളൂ. I want to direct. I actually realized that I enjoy being the captain of the ship. I enjoy it.
That's a good word. Yeah, I'm so thrilled to hear that, because first poster remember when the first poster you put it in your Insta, I said, I'm going to interview anytime I can wait, but I need to have you and I need to talk to you.
Thank you, Rekha. Always a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you so much. Same here. So I think, tell me, what was his biggest Salam Venki? You know that it's a katha, a real life character, and of course it's handling a very difficult situation or health situation, handling the muscular atrophy, handling the cinema. And the biggest learning in there.
Biggest learning, kore learnings undairunnu. പക്ഷേ ഒരു കഥ എടുക്കുമ്പോൾ ആ കഥയിൽ വരുന്ന ഓരോ കാര്യങ്ങളും ഡീപ്പായിട്ട് റിസർച്ച് ചെയ്യുന്നത് ഇസ് സോ ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ്. അതിന്റെ ഒരു ലേണിംഗ് എനിക്ക് കുറേയും കൂടി ഉണ്ടായി. because there were certain times I felt lost and I said this is not how I should feel, because നമ്മൾ എന്ത് പ്രൊഫഷൻ ഒരു പടത്തിൽ എടുത്താലും we should be able to understand that, so but I think that is a very important aspect. At least for me as a filmmaker, I found it very important because I want to know everything. I want to know what they how they speak, how they walk, what they do, what is in their hands at an emergency, what endu cheyyum avaru. So I need to know everything. So so that's a great learning.
എനിക്കറിയാം ഒരുപാട് ഇന്റർവ്യൂസ് ഉണ്ടാവും, ആൻഡ് ഐ ഹോപ്പ് യു കീപ്പിംഗ് വെൽ. അപ്പോ ഇനി ഞാൻ വരാൻ പോകുന്ന സലാം വെങ്കിയുടെ അവാർഡ് മേടിച്ച ശേഷം ഐ വിൽ ഇന്റർവ്യൂ ഇൻ പേഴ്സൺ. ദാറ്റ് വിൽ ചെന്നൈ.
താങ്ക് യു. ഹിന്ദിയിൽ പറയാം മൂമേ ഘീ ശക്കർ. Let it
loves
come true.
exactly. It will come true and we'll watch together. So I'll call you when I see the movie. And thank
Yeah.
you so much for your time. I know that you have enough. Sujata will be waiting for you to take you to multiple interviews. Thank you so much, Echi.
Thank you so much, Rekha. Bye.
Bye-bye.